Why isn't that going? There we go. Okay, so just real quickly on our structure here at the Chamber. So actually in 2 years, the Chamber will celebrate 100 years, which is really exciting. I've been here 4 of those 100 years, and we have a staff of 3. Leanne and myself are full-time, and Leanne June is our communications coordinator. Is our office manager, and she is part-time, but it feels like full-time around here. Our office hours are on Friday 9 to 3, and I are usually on the part. I'm not mistaken necessarily judgment, because in every community, the chambers, we have our own standing board. The board meet when the next year. It would really help us keep a pulse on the business community and boots on the ground, and they help us hosting with events. And so you'll see them throughout the year. You've probably already seen them. Mike Miller is one. He's on here with us today, and you'll see them at the chamber coffees and after hours and golf tournament, and they're usually wearing their red ambassador shirts. But we truly couldn't do it without them. As I mentioned, we do only have a staff of 3. And with 575 members, that's a lot. And we put out and do a lot here from the chamber, but we heavily rely on our ambassadors to just help us be an extension of that. Our operation, so we operate off our dues and non-dues revenue. So every member pays a membership dues based off the investment schedule that we have laid out. And then we also have non-dues revenue sources, and that is the annual banquet that we sell tickets for, the golf tournament, any advertising or sponsorship opportunities that members can take advantage of throughout the year. We also own the two of the expo buildings west of town out on the fairgrounds. So we rent those out throughout the year. So that generates a little bit. So that's basically how we keep our doors open, but predominantly it's dues, I would say, more than anything. So we rely on, just our membership support, and especially, right now, I think that's, we're working hard as ever to make sure our members know that we're here for them during this kind of crazy time in our world. And just, I think, those of you that are on here today know why we exist. We're here to provide education and networking opportunities. We have employment tools and marketing resources, and we really do just want to be that hub. So if your business, if you've got a barrier, no matter what it is, pick up the phone and call us, because we might know somebody that can help you, or we might have a service that can help you. We've just got, for 3 of us, we have our hands and in a lot of different places and are connected in a lot of different ways. We are, when you're a member, you're part of a larger network, and that has some extension to it. So we really operate off of 4 areas of focus. So when it comes to looking at programming and things to offer our members, we need a focus to make sure that what we're doing makes sense for our mission and our vision. So a lot of what we do, or everything that we do, falls under one of these 4 things, with advocacy for businesses, investment in the future, member services and events, and then community marketing and promotion. So you'll see that throughout everything that we do. With advocacy for business, what that looks like, it's kind of a broad, when you think of advocacy, but that's a lot of the governmental relations. So we keep in close contact with our elected officials, both county, city, and state, and then even abroad as far as the nation. We have close contact with U.S. Senator Jerry Moran's office, and Marshall, Pat Roberts, and then, down to, Kendall Francis and the mayor and the city council. So we really value those relationships because we're able then to, keep our membership voice present, I guess, if you will, on a national level. We also do host the legislative coffees. We were only able to actually do one this year, unfortunately, due to COVID. But when we host those, we do those here at the chamber twice a year during the legislative session. And it's usually in that February, March area. And we invite all of our local representatives. So, this year we had Tori Waymaster and Mary Jo Taylor and Tori Armberger, and there was one more and I'm missing right now. And then we also host several seminars. And so again, we're just trying to put tools in your hands through the seminars and different quarterly roundtables that you'll see throughout the year. Investment in the future. So all of these programs or resources here are ways that we're keeping things with the long view in perspective, I guess, if you will, or, what's that long game? So we do have employment resources. One of the big tangible ones is we do maintain and operate centralkansasjobs.com. This is a free website for employers to go create an account and they can post their job openings. We do limit this to a 60-mile radius of Great Bend. So, we feel it's important to keep people here and attract people here. So we're not going to be allowing just any business, outside of that 60-mile radius to be attracting job seekers from our area. But that is free, and we have a Facebook page, and so keep that pretty active. We're actually looking at a rehaul of that as well in 2020, so that'll be good. Job Fest is another way that we help promote the jobs that are available here in the area and connect those employers to the job seekers. So there's an annual job fair that this year would have been, I believe, the 14th year. And it's a partnership between the chamber, the city, the college, where we all come together and host this huge job fair with about 35 employers typically, and then around 300 job seekers come to that area. And we help with creating a lot of the promotions and then marketing it, of course. And then probably the most exciting and largest programs that we do that really has had a really big impact is the Young Professionals Program. We started this here in Barton County about 6-7 years ago. And I think that currently we have about somewhere between 200 and 300 active young professionals. And when I say active, that just means that they've attended one or more events throughout the year. And then, but there's probably 750 email addresses that we have captured throughout the years that are getting our information. So it's actually been a program that other communities have reached out and asked how we have been able to be so successful and keeping our young professionals engaged. And I really just attribute that to the steering committee. They have their own steering committee with officers, and they keep things moving within that committee. And they do, it's not just a group that gets together and drinks beer after work. They do have socials because we want people to have that aspect of it. One aspect is enhancing that quality of life. So as we're attracting young professionals to the area, we need to give them something to do, and we need to give them people to meet. So we do host these networking mixers to just bring them together so that they can meet people and get ingrained into the community quicker. They also give back to the community in several different ways. They will host throughout the year different things. That they've cleaned up MacArthur Lake before. They have done different projects at the zoo and down at Vet. They have a charity drive every year in partnership with Rotary, where they collect supplies and food and such at Walmart and Dillon. So, they're more than just a bunch of, millennials, if you will, getting together and hanging out. Economic development. So obviously last year was a big year, and that's, the city council did vote to suspend the contract with economic development with the chamber. And so out of that came a separate organization, the Great Bend Economic Development, and Jessica Millsap is president of that. But that doesn't mean that the chamber stops doing economic development. That is a very broad, all-encompassing area, of what that looks like to not just attract businesses here, but help the businesses who are currently here, and that also affects housing and quality of life and jobs. And, so there's all of these things. And Jessica and I work really closely together on all aspects of this, and that will just continue to grow. So I think that will be really good as well going into the future. A couple of these other ones, just relocation programs or relocation packets and award programs. Those are just different ways that we're investing in the future. If you have a new employee that's starting at your business, or you've got somebody looking to move and someone that's, thinking about relocating to Great Bend, whatever it is, you can call us, and we have packets of just welcome information that can help, again, connect that member. Something that's not on here that we also do, if you are, working on attracting a new hire and you would like a tour done of the area, you can call us and we can help facilitate a tour of the area as well and show them, the schools and the education and the parks, because a lot of times it's the, not just the new hire, the prospect you're looking at, it's their spouse too. So we'll try to connect everybody. Okay, so member services and events. If you get our weekly emails, hopefully you do. I'm guessing you do because you knew about this today. But you see that we're always doing different events or showing different services that we have going on. We're always going to refer our members first. Anytime someone calls, and we do get phone calls all the time for people looking for a restaurant, or they're new to town and they need a plumber, or who washes windows, just all kinds of things. And so we're always going to refer our members first. Chamber coffees, business after hours, those chamber coffees, of course, are held weekly. We're doing those virtual right now because we do have such a great attendance that we crossed that threshold of what's considered safe right now. But we'll continue those weekly. You can watch our Facebook page and YouTube, and you'll see those live. We're going to continue the live feature even after we're able to come together face to face. So we have received really great feedback on people who were never able to attend coffees before because of their job or whatever, but they loved being a part of it live and watching from their phones or computers. So that's something that we're going to keep. Business after hours, that's another great way for businesses to engage with customers in the community, and just kind of a different setup, whereas a chamber coffee is in the morning and it's, anywhere from 45 to 65 people, 30-minute program. A business after hours can attract upwards of 200 people, and there's appetizers and there's big door prizes, and it's just a great opportunity to create a memorable event that people will connect with your business. So those we can do one a month. So obviously that looks different this year as well. But we have been playing with different things of doing virtually too. Great Bend Farm and Ranch Expo. So speaking of virtual, that was a hard one to swallow, because that's always such a fun event for us to help with and go out and experience. And then it was virtual this year, but I think that they did really well. We heard from one of the vendors that they actually had more sales this year than they had in years past. So that actually surprised me, but obviously that was a welcome surprise. We do get some revenue off of the Great Bend Farm and Ranch Show too. So back to kind of the non-dues revenue. So we do have meeting spaces here at the chamber as well for businesses. If you can see here in our camera view, we're waving. This is our large boardroom, and it is available to rent for our members. We have members and non-members pricing, but it gets used a lot. We have, a large TV in here, a computer, webcam, so this gets used a lot. And then we have a smaller space upstairs as well. To get connected with the chamber members and businesses in the community, but as well as have some visibility and exposure on your business as well. So all of that, people do business with their friends and who they know. So these are both great opportunities to meet people and just stay visible in the community. Okay. Next up, sorry, I needed a drink. The membership directory. Normally, if you were here at the table, this is when we would pass out our directory and show you that. So there is a printed version of it that we have here at the chamber. We mail them out every year. And you would be surprised the number of people that come in wanting one. And the salespeople use it a lot. So it's a great way to just know, at a glance who the members are and who the players are. There is an online format, and we're going to get to that here pretty soon. I will just kind of give you a heads up. Probably in the next 8 weeks, we'll be working on the next membership directory. So we delayed it this year, the 2020 directory, because of COVID-19 and the sponsorship, the advertising, that we rely on. We didn't feel comfortable going out and asking advertisers to go into that right now. They may have just lost me on here. I don't know. I'm going to keep talking, but you may, if you lose the screen, it's because something just happened here internal. So anyhow, but here in the next 8 weeks, you may get a phone call or an email or a letter from Metro Media, who does they help secure our advertising, and they actually print the directory for us. So that's a great partnership, and that's why we work with them, is because they do help us with that membership directory, getting it out there. The gift certificate program. So we, on average, sell over $140,000 in gift certificates here, which is just amazing. And all of that money stays here local, because it can only, those gift certificates can only be redeemed at participating chamber members' businesses. Ribbon cuttings, feature business profiles, those are all different ways that we're marketing the business and just promoting what's happening in the area. Trying to page through here. Okay, the monthly Outlook Business Journal and Outlook Online. So last year we started doing 8 printed journals and 4 digital publications. May actually just came out Monday, and that was a digital one. And that's currently being emailed to over 3,000 people, while the printed one is being circulated through the mail to around 1,300 people in our chamber member listing. And so that's a great way to publish and get the word out about what your business is doing. So if you have something new that has happened in your business, a new service offering or a new hire, we'd like to help showcase new hires or retirements, milestones, awards, anything like that. Any of our chamber members can submit that news for free to marketing@greatbend.org. They can do the same for weekly email updates. We send an email every Wednesday. That went out this morning to, again, that over 3,000 people. And that's another great way that's just a little more timely news. So if maybe you've missed the deadline for the Outlook Business Journal and you want to get something out to the chamber members, shoot us an email and we'll put it in our weekly email update. We have some new advertising and sponsorship opportunities that we're going to get to, as well as the website tools and showing you pages to bookmark as well. So when it comes to advertising through the chamber, within the Outlook Business Journal, you'll notice there's ads. We have 12 of those that we sell on an annual basis. We have inserts. So again, just another way to get in front of people. You know, if maybe what you have is more in the way of an ad, you can insert a full color insert into that, and we will take care of getting it printed and added to the business journal. And we can do that both printed and through the digital version. The mail panel, that's always a great way. It's a half page, and I always tell people that even if the people who are receiving the Outlook Business Journal, even if they never open it, they're always going to see that mail panel because it's got the address on the top and then your ad on the bottom. Something new that we just rolled out, and we're basically right in the middle of right now, in our weekly email update, we're going to start allowing for advertising through a banner and block. So you'll start noticing in the email update a banner along the top, and then 4 block advertisements near the highlighted calendar event items. So that's, again, we've had people ask us over the last several months if there was ways, you know, if there were ways to just get some more, you know, they want to advertise in some more places, and they know that our emails are being read. So that's something we're rolling out there as well. So if that's something you're interested in, reach out to myself or Leanne, and we'll get you that information. We also, here in the middle of COVID-19, opened up our hot deals on our website. This is available, so for our members, they can go create a hot deal to highlight any sales or promotions that they might have, and then people who are visiting our website will see those hot deals and they can take advantage of that. We can also send an email exclusively featuring your business and your news. So rather than just being, you know, in one of 5 stories in our weekly email, we'll send an email on your behalf. We can even set it up to make it look like it's coming from you. So we'll design it and put the content in it and send that out to our email list that we have acquired over the years. Okay, so now I'm going to break out of kind of presentation mode here, and we're going to go look at the Chamber website because right now, and this is, I might let Leanne pipe in here to talk about why using the website right now and these tools through the Member Information Center is important because the traffic blocks while I jump the screen here.
Sure. The traffic we've had on our Facebook page and website has been huge. I had Megan post a video, I think it was the 25th of March, and that was our peak for hits on our website. We had 1,300 people clicking on our website to hear, you know, how they can find resources and make those connections. And since that date, we haven't hit that 1,300 daily amount, but we've raised our new average of how many people come to our website, interact on our Facebook. And I think most of it because we're putting out useful information and just trying to connect those dots people are desperately trying to find right now between sources or trying to get to their customer because, you know, so many businesses had to close their doors. So virtual, it has been such an asset, and that Member Information Center, I think it's one of those things that being new to the Chamber, I just want everyone to get onto their businesses profile, update it, put links, put pictures, you know, just to really, you know, be able to show other members what your availability is and what you're able to do.
So I want everyone, if you're at your computer, to bookmark on grapevine.org under news. We have a submit news page. If you bookmark that has, and our internet here, once that loads, it's the submit news page. But this has all of our deadlines for everything, be it the monthly newsletter, the weekly email, how to submit calendar items to our events calendar, advertising, digital flyers. I mean, everything is on here. So that, I feel like that's probably one of the most common questions we get is, you know, what's the deadline and when can I send our news items? We want that news, trust me. It's free to submit your news, so we definitely encourage it. But it is the 15th of the month prior for the Outlook Business Journal. And then if your business has an event coming up, definitely put it on our calendar of events, because that is what feeds our calendar listing in the weekly email. That's what feeds our announcements at the Chamber Coffee. So I always tell our members that if you're super busy and swamped and you don't remember anything else, remember the calendar, because that at the bare minimum will get your information as a line item in our calendar items that get published in different places. Other information on here that you'll notice, there is an archive of our business journals on here. So if you missed a month, or you want to go back and find something, or you want to send a family member because maybe you're really proud of something that took place 1 month, you can send them a link to this. And I can't show you because it's not clicking. So everything's failing me, guys. Hot deals. So let's, I would encourage everyone, if you don't have a login to your member information center, or check with someone in your office and we will get you one. What's cool too is everyone in the office that you want can actually have a login, but we can set permissions on it, so that way only certain people have the opportunity to update your information and what is seen, whereas other people, it's just a way to stay connected, because that's the other awesome thing about the Member Information Center, is it's a place to bring our chamber members together and communicate with one another. There is an app that's available too that has the same login information. It's called Member Plus. I just spaced it. Hang on, I'm looking at Leanne. There's an app that you can download to view. Are you showing it?
Not that you can see on that screen.
Can you still see what I'm doing? Okay, good.
Yeah.
To log into your Member Information Center, you'll actually do that from thegreatbend.org. I'm logging in on the back end so that I can log in as, I use the beauty bar as my example a lot. Lexi Schneider is my sister, so I have forever permission, basically, to use hers. Because I want to show you what you'll see when you get in there. Okay, so when you log into your Member Information Center, this is what you'll see. And you'll notice it really has kind of a social component to it, because you can scroll down here and you can type things. If you kind of think of Facebook sort of, except you're talking to other chamber members, and you can see where other businesses have been on here making updates to their information and such. And you can do this through the app too. You can put videos on here. And so again, it's just another way of kind of enforcing that larger network and utilizing that. You can easily get in here and update personal information, company information. There's the hot deals, and then you can set up member-to-member deals. So maybe you want to offer chamber members a certain special deal that's only available to them. You can do that all through here. Everything that you update here is what feeds the online directory listing. So as Leanne mentioned, with the amount of traffic that we have seen on our website, you want to make sure that if they come upon your page, that they see the most accurate information. So I'm going to pull up the member directory here just to show you. Right now we've got this set up because everybody was coming here for dining, so but normally this is expanded down here. We have started sending out with our dues. We've started sending out web stats to show people how many times their online directory listing had been viewed in the past year. So that's been really valuable as well. But you'll see here on Lexi's with the Beauty Bar, you can update everything on here so that way people know how to contact you. There's a link to a website, Facebook. There's different areas where you can expand more on here. There's a highlights feature, and all of that can be hyperlinked to other places. You can have images. I'm going to go back and pull up Animal Medical Center. They have done a great job. Right, yeah, okay, so Animal Medical Center, they've got a large banner up here. They've turned the maps on feature so people know how to find you. And again, everything, the more you put on this page, the more, all of this is crawlable, if you will, by Google. So even if somebody, everybody uses Google to search things, and we know that. I mean, same here. If I'm looking for a business, I'm not necessarily going to go to the chamber website to find it. I might, but I'm probably going to go to Google and I'm going to look up plumbers in Great Bend or something. But the point is that all of this is fed by search engine optimization. And what that means is the more information you can put on your online directory listing, the more likely it is to pull up in those search results. And that's what we're going for. This is really helpful for businesses who maybe don't have a website yet, and maybe all they have is a Facebook. And there are a lot of small businesses who are like that. And so this can serve as kind of a landing page, and it adds credibility for those small businesses. So I think we've got a couple people on here who work with banks. So you might have customers who are business owners, and I would strongly recommend, if they've been worrying about how to maintain and pay for a website and all of the fees that come with that, encourage them to join the chamber, because, with their membership, they get this. And like I said, it can kind of serve as a landing page and credibility, because a lot of people, if they can't find your website and all you have is a Facebook page, they might go to the next guy who does have a full out page or who is a chamber member, because they saw this when they did the search. Okay, with the hot deals, that can be done here as well. Let me get back here. So you can manage and view hot deals here. So even though I'm logged in as the Beauty Bar, I can see other hot deals that other members have put on here, which is nice too, because it just connects me to them. So I can see identifications, I can see the library, Fuller Industries, these other ones that have created these hot deals. And then you can add your own right here. We think this is just a cool feature. This just gives more people more ways to connect with your business outside of your Facebook and website, because, if they're searching for something, all of this is fed or can be seen through Google. So if it pops up, it's just more ways to appear. But you can add photos and everything through there. So I would definitely encourage everyone to, log into your member information center, get to know it. You can pay bills through here. So you can see all of your invoices through the chamber, whether it's a banquet ticket or your membership dues. You can set up a you can update your member profile and pay any outstanding invoices. Right here, what I just clicked on, let me go back here to home. You'll notice over here to the right, it'll show member profile. And with Lexi's, it says your company profile is 50% complete. So you can click on update, and that's the fastest way to look to see, okay, what areas of my directory listing need completed. And I can go through here and, there's website information that I can update. And so I would click on update, and it would take me to those pages. oh, it looks like I can add some more photos. So I can click on update, and it's going to take me directly to that right there. So it's very user-friendly. Like I said, it really has kind of that social aspect, but as well, I mean, this is where you know, we tell people to own their membership. This is where you own your membership. You come in here and you connect with members, you add all of your information in here, you create some hot deals or member-to-member deals. You can view the directory listing from right in here, and you can communicate with chamber members through here as well. Oh, here we go. Here's the Member Plus app over here to the right. So you can, again, you can put that on your phone. If you want us to set up logins for other employees in your phone, or in your phone, I'm looking at a phone here. In your office, if you want other employees to have a login so that they can feel connected, just let us know. Like I said, they can download the app, we'll get them a login, and if you just want them to have a standard permission, what that does is that will allow them to see community hot deals on your phone and get notifications. You know, just like any other app, you can update notification listings on there as well. So that's what we want to do, is just bring people together. And also what that does too, by connecting your employees with your chamber membership, because the bank, for example, is a chamber member, the employees are chamber members too. And so, you know, when it comes to employee retention and population retention, the more we can help you plug your employees in, the more likely they are to find a quality of life and just feel like they're a part of something bigger. So I know it seems small and minuscule, but if they're getting the weekly emails and they're seeing everything that there is to do that weekend, and they're using, say, the Member Plus app, and they can see all of the hot deals that are available, now that's helping businesses downtown, and that, again, just helps the overall economy. So all of this is really just ingrained into each other and part of a bigger picture, honestly. It's not things that are just because we were bored and we created them. Let's see, what else? Are there any questions? Is there anything on here that you want to know more about that maybe I kind of went fast over? Owner events archived. Okay. Well, that's all I have. If there's not any questions, I think Leanne sent out kind of a checklist as well of things to do with your membership and how to stay connected. Again, I would, you know, probably the top 3 things I would say is get your login to the Member Information Center, make sure all of your information is correct and updated, add photos, add video. Let's get your staff connected to the weekly emails at the very least. And then consider, you know, how to start sending in some news from time to time and what that looks like. If you want to utilize certain features and you're not sure how, just call us and we're happy to help strategize different ways to help promote you. We do that all the time. Even on Facebook, we're really heavy on Facebook and using the Facebook stories. So we share a lot to the Facebook stories. Which if you're not doing that, I would definitely recommend doing that for your business, be it a large business or a small business. You can do that from your phone or on your desktop. You'll see the stories right here along the top. And so businesses show up on there as well. And I think, honestly, as far as Facebook goes, what that does by sharing to your stories versus your page, that keeps the clutter from your page. Facebook has an algorithm of what shows up in people's news feeds, and honestly, that algorithm changes every day, it seems like. But early on, the rule of thumb was to post consistent and frequently. Now that they've kind of backed off on the frequently, you know, so if you're posting to your page more than once a day and you've noticed that you're only getting 1, 2, 3 likes, it's because Facebook assumes you're just spamming people with a bunch of nonsense. So you're not going to show up in the news feeds very often because they want engagement. So you want your post to be very strategic as far as what lands on your page. And then everything else, I would encourage posting to your story. And that's what we've done here is, you know, we have a little video of, we've been pushing Barton Strong right now. So if you haven't checked that out, there's a plug, greatbend.org/Barton Strong. We're selling gift cards to member businesses and promoting them. But you can also get some gear too, and 25% is being donated back to the community foundation with that particular thing. So that's a great way to support right now. But you can see this is, we're using this story, our stories here, to promote businesses right now. You know, that Hipster Place, Golden Belt Community Foundation with their Giving Tuesday that they're working on right now. So definitely do this, or think about doing this within your business, because people are seeing this. And you're able to go back and look to see how many people are viewing it. And it just, again, it's just helping that visibility and being seen in front of people. Okay, well, I thank everyone for attending today. That's really all I have. If you have any questions after the fact, please just give us a call. We are here to help. And with that, everyone have a pleasant week, and